Hello, good morning, everybody. Welcome in. My name is Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be the collective weekend check-in. So these are going to be the general collective weekend vibes for March 29th through the 31st. It is Easter weekend here in Canada where I am at. I am Catholic, or I was raised Catholic, so I do celebrate Easter weekend. And so for those of you that celebrate, happy Easter. I do want to talk about the energies because I feel the energy is really pushing us into exploring anything kind of hidden below the surface. And so I've just been in this beautiful portal of joy for the last 24 hours. And so I was gifted a couple new tarot decks. I would like to jump in and use them. Before jumping in with the message, though, I would like to ask you to please feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Also, don't forget to like the videos, comment on the videos, and share the videos. It lets me know you enjoy the content I put out there, and it does help to circulate the videos. It helps the channel to grow. So we've got Easter weekend, and the energies are definitely pushing us, I think, to be in this very intense emotional portal of transformative potential is what it feels like. Massive potential opportunity for deep healing, spiritual evolution. And so something about threes has been really significant for me throughout my entire awakening journey. I don't share a lot about my personal journey anymore like I used to in the beginning days. I've been doing this since 2019, and I started on Facebook. I expanded on YouTube a few years ago, about 3 years ago. And I just feel like I'm on the precipice of something very amazing coming up here. And so I think we're in this portal of being free to move on. I feel a lot of the divine feminines are in the portal of just being free to move on from the shackles of the journey. And the energies with the moon and Sag throughout the weekend, it's like the devil and the Queen of Swords. And so we're cutting out illusions. We're cutting out trauma bonds. The Queen of Swords is very firm in her boundaries. She's very forthright. She's honest, right? And the Queen of Swords is a public speaking energy. And so a lot of us are being asked to find our voice, to find our opportunity to speak up, to not be afraid, to find that truth, to share that truth. And so right now I feel we're in this portal of healing, like the great mother wound. We're healing Mother Earth. Mother Earth is ascending. She's raising her vibration. We see that all of the time with the Schumann resonance. And so as the Schumann resonance frequency spikes, we also have to purge the lower density emotions. And I went into the transmutation process of the collective fourth dimension last week on the live on the membership side of the channel. And this is a place where if you'd like to be a member, we talk about in-depth spiritual topics. We do card pulls. I kind of like to keep it fresh and do a different topic every week. So if you'd like to be a channel member and grow spiritually and evolve with some of the things that I've learned throughout the years and the things that I'm guided to share, please feel free to check out the link below. There's also an option to book a personal reading with me if you'd like to do that. Feel free to check it out. But I feel right now with the North Node in Aries, and we're in this eclipse portal, we have an opportunity to bury the past once and for all. But we can't bury the past until all of the emotions are exposed and we reach a certain level of forgiveness. And so I do feel we're in this energy of understanding certain relationships and how people really feel about us or how we really feel about other people. And so the energies are changing rapidly. Anything that's kind of been brewing below the surface is definitely coming to light. And so I felt tension and conflict. And whenever there's conflict, there's bound to be irritability. We have the moon in Sag, sextile Pluto. It's going to be square Mars in Pisces. And so this is very deep, dark energy, I feel. We have the moon trine the sun, square Saturn, and square Venus, along with a trine to Mercury. And so I do feel the tension, the conflict, the irritability is going to lead to arguments, especially if you play into being reactive. We are in the pre-shadow Mercury retrograde, and so we are being very reactive. We're going to want to watch our words. Actually, the closer we get to the retrograde, the less I feel like talking. So it really took me a little bit to sit here and be ready to hit record because I'm like, I really just don't feel like talking. And I know that's due to the fact that my Mercury is retrograde. And so I'm really hoping I'm going to be able to keep going once Mercury stations retrograde on April the 1st. But truth really is the perfected way to open up the heart. We can't fully open up the heart and receive love or give love without truth. And so truth and authenticity is really the highest energy that we can embody. And so I feel this weekend there might be the perfect opportunity to have an open-hearted conversation, a long overdue discussion, conversation. Negotiation was a specific word. But I also feel those where the timelines are separating and the energies are separating because there's a differentiation between the frequency shifts. There's going to be a lot of arguments and emotional outbursts. So I just feel we're in this memorial portal. Right? And so I very much connect with the energy of Christ and Christ consciousness. It was 3 years ago on Easter where I believe Good Friday was April the 1st. I think it was I'm pretty sure it was 2021. Maybe it was 2020, but I'm certain it was 2021. I think I was just about to turn 41. So it was 3 years ago because I'm approaching my 44th birthday. So I'm in a master year. And so and to understand the sacrifice of what Christ consciousness means, and the sacrifice of Jesus or Yeshua or Yahweh, whatever you resonate as we go further into this, I feel revelation. And so right now we're in like the resurrection of our spiritual self. We can all embody this Christed energy, this Christ enlightenment, but we do have to go through the resurrection and the death process. And that is the process of ascension. And so I just found it interesting because I did get like a little pamphlet in the mail this week for the memorial of Jesus's death. And I had to laugh because I believe it was earlier this week I went out of town to my hometown, which I'll be going to this weekend for a family function. And on the way to my hometown, there's a big billboard both ways. So on the way to my hometown, it's about a 25-minute, half-hour drive. There's a big billboard that says, "What do you need to do to be saved?" And the answer is believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. And so my oldest daughter always gets a kick out of that. She always says she's an atheist and doesn't believe, and that's fine. And on the way home, the other billboard says, "What time is it?" And it says, time to seek the Lord. And so that's a personal joke between her and I when she'll be like, "Hey, Mom, what time is it?" And I'll always say, "It's time to seek the Lord, Kenzie." But anyways, just a little personal tidbit about myself. So let's jump in with some cards. I feel like I'm rambling. So yeah, let's jump in with it. We're going to do the Chakra Insight Oracle deck to start. I thought it would pair really, really good with the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. And that's what I'm going to be going live with for my members this week. So I'm pre-recording this on Thursday morning. So that's what we're going to talk about on the membership later after this recording is we're going to talk about the chakras. So just some really cool information if you'd like to join. So let's get into it. We're going to get out the cards. I was playing with the Chakra Wisdom Tarot deck last night. Beautiful cards, beautiful imagery. I think it's just what we need because the Kundalini energy is definitely rising within the collective. So let's get into it, guys. Oh, look at that. Bottom of the deck, we get love. And so this is really what we came for, right? Love, kindness. We can't be so kind, though, that we forget to instill healthy boundaries, right? We also are here as light workers, as light beings. I feel Queen of Wands energy. So there could be a divine feminine here being asked to step into leadership, to maybe speak about love or teach about love with a certain benevolence. And there is a need to master a lesson about receiving, right? And so as women, we can give and give and give until our cups are completely depleted. And so a lot of us need to learn the lesson of receiving back. And so I think we got a Queen of Wands energy coming through, maybe on the precipice of receiving a loyal offer, and third eye and base. So I do feel quite possibly almost like a spontaneous Kundalini activation. There might be a need to clear some base chakra energies. And so we think of the base chakra, it's like the lowest density chakra. It would be like considered the first dimension, which is rooted in fear and emotional security fears, financial security fears. It's where we store our sacred rage. It's the coiled snake energy at the bottom of the spine, and that is where the Kundalini actually, I feel, gets activated in the sacral, because that is where we hold all of these emotional desires. But so I do feel like some type of spontaneous awakening or clearing, and this is bringing somebody into a state of passionate fulfillment. So let's get into it, guys. Love and desires. And so this is about maybe setting new creative goals, finding a new passion for life again. So what is it that you're really craving that will bring you a sense of deep and ultimate fulfillment? So once again, this is about authenticity. So authentic love, authentic expression. Let's get a few of these cards and let's get right into it, guys. I just saw a nest and some eggs on the bottom of the deck. So what I want to say is I do feel like a secure and safe home and family is important to you. Oh, look at that solar plexus right out the gate. And so it is a 15 card. So there is a need, I feel, to harness a personal sense of willpower to maybe leave something toxic behind, whether it's a trauma bond, an addiction, an old toxic family pattern. And then we get faith. 48. And so that is the energy of the Eight of Cups. What is it that you need to walk away from in order to instill hope again, or light at the end of the tunnel? And so miracles happen every single day. I do feel a divine feminine empress energy coming through, and I did notice 1133, so justice and 7 of wands energy. And so somebody here has prayed. I do feel a lesson in receiving. So spirituality and somebody's spiritual journey is supporting a manifestation of a miracle. And then we get relationships. So this is all about relationships. And so that is what this axis is all about. Look at that. And forgiveness on the bottom of the deck. So that's just how magical energy works, right? So it does come back to forgiveness. Forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others. Somebody here has definitely made a wish, maybe an Aquarius. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, have prominent Aquarius in your chart. But I do feel this energy of somebody has really spent a lot of time in self-reflection, gaining a deeper sense of intimacy of self here, and self-acceptance, and trusting that as you embrace freedom, all of your relationships shift. And so I do feel rainbow blessings, letting go, right? Letting go is probably one of the hardest lessons. How does that saying go? If you set something free and it comes back, it's meant to be. Sometimes I like to think maybe nobody else wanted that person, but we all have the ability to manifest our dreams, right? Sometimes when we hold on to an expectation of it being a certain person, though, then the universe can't really bring us what's for our highest good. And so the healing journey is about growth, showing yourself compassion, making that wish, and letting go of any expectations of how the universe chooses to bring that forward in your life. And so there's a lot of higher imaginative energies and dimensions of life, I think, being expressed within this portal, this eclipse portal. So let's go further with the tarot, and let's see what else needs to come through. I just am so in love with this deck, and I think I've got it all in reverse. So we're going to flip it around, we're going to cut it, and we're going to see. So we get the Eight of Cups energy again. So there is a need to walk away from something, and I think there's fear attached to making a decision about walking away. There could be some type of an emotional attachment, which is creating blocks here. So somebody might not be seeing things clearly. It's like the energy of needing to always look over your shoulder. So there might be a situation here that is creating fear because you're not really in a state of trust. And when we don't trust ourselves and we don't trust our own sense of intuition and discernment, then we do easily get blocked and duped. So there might be a block here that's needing to be removed, that's needing to be walked away from. The Eight of Cups is pretty big. And so the Eight of Cups is also the energy of walking the path, stepping away from confusion and illusion, and maybe not knowing where this is going to lead you, but knowing that there's something that you need to leave behind. So we're going to do 9 cards. We're going to see what needs to come through for the collective. Please keep in mind this is not sign specific. I will call out zodiac signs like I have been doing that I feel need mentioning. And if you'd like to book a more personal reading, do feel free to book in with me. So Queen of Wands. So that just confirms that Queen of Wands energy that I was feeling. So I do feel third eye energy coming through. Queen of Swords coming through. Definitely a divine feminine receiving psychic intuitive downloads, information. She is protected. And we get the Judgment. So there is an awakening going on. So look at that. We get third eye and crown chakra. So there is definitely an awakening taking place. Six of Wands. So kind of in between third eye and throat. Somebody here is needing to communicate. Although I'm hearing that Stevie Nicks song, I keep my visions to myself. Is it Stevie Nicks? I think it is. Two of Swords in reverse now is the central energy. Blocks are being removed. An abundance of downloads. Absolutely. The High Priestess. That's definitely connected to the solar plexus chakra. The Nine of Coins in reversed. The Seven of Swords in reversed. Mysteries revealed, I feel. And then the Seven of Wands in reversed. What do we got on the bottom of the deck? Ace of Cups in reversed. Five of Swords in reversed. And Justice in reversed. There's some type of karma closing out here because it's time. It's time to plant a new seed. I feel almost like a bottoming out, a death energy. Like somebody's just, you know, at that point of no return and just looking at all of these cups. So usually the Eight of Cups, the cups are all lined up in a row. There's somebody here that has come out of a state of illusion, and I do feel is in the energy of acceptance of an ending, because something here has been stuck. So chakras are definitely coming through with the higher energy. So there could be some crossed over loved ones here protecting a divine feminine going through an awakening process. But there is like a massive heart purge. Self-love has really been the biggest block, I feel. Self-deception. Maybe somebody here was in a connection where they gave their all. And it is. It's like that cup is depleted type energy. And this is also the good you do comes back to you. So Justice in reverse for me is there is like a reversal of karma here. So the past energy is the top row, the Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, and the Judgment. So this could have maybe been an awakening that happened 2 years ago. There's victory here. There are mysteries being revealed, but I also feel there's a need to just step into your worth and your value. With the Nine of Coins in reverse, there's like a lack of belief of being able to do this. I feel with the Seven of Swords reverse, the Seven of Wands reverse, we got all of the sevens out. 7 is a very spiritual, heavenly number, but it is about truth, exposure, and reconciliation. And I do see a new foundation is going to be built out of this process. And I do think there is an offer coming in very quickly with a match. But I do feel there's a need to release a block about feeling worthy of receiving. That's kind of what I see going on here. I'd like to clarify the Two of Swords reverse, because I feel as soon as there is an acknowledgement of maybe where you have deceived yourself of your worthiness, or maybe there's fear of giving up your independence, right? The Queen of Wands don't mess around. And the Queen of Swords is somebody that is single because she's been hurt before. But I feel there's a block being removed once somebody accepts some truth, or maybe lets their guard down. I think there's a need to maybe receive an apology or a confession. That's also possible too. So let's clarify the Two of Swords reversed. Oh, we get the King of Cups in reversed. We get the Six of Cups. And we get the Ace of Coins. And so there could be a masculine here that needs to return. I do feel after they break free from an old mindset. So there could be a masculine energy coming through that is definitely purging some past emotions connected to this divine feminine energy coming through. So you get to decide who you are. But I feel a golden opportunity for a new beginning. And this seed can be planted and it can grow. I do feel, but somebody has turned their back, I think, to this King of Cups in reverse. So usually the King of Cups upright withholds emotions. I feel an outpouring of emotions. Somebody here is seeking a reconciliation. And we are in pre-Mercury retrograde. And so people from the past, they are coming back. I do think get ready for a divinely guided offer to come in. And I do feel this person's coming back after really struggling with walking away. So we got a couple of the 8s coming out here too. So let's clarify the 7 of Wands in reverse. I feel somebody's dropping their guards to bring in an offer. I feel somebody made a bad judgment call and they maybe received some poor advice and now they want to come in and fix something. Yeah, they want to come in and work on something here with the 3 of Coins, but it does all come back to that willpower energy at the start. And so somebody here needs to find their willpower to take action and maybe break free from something toxic. And I do feel maybe to have the strength to come in and heal a past misunderstanding, maybe after a period of soul searching, right? That Hermit energy. And so I think get ready for unexpected communication after a long period of time of withholding. Because we are at that pivot point of crossing that threshold. And so somebody here spent, I think, a lot of sleepless nights worrying about this, thinking about this past situation. Forgiveness is definitely going to be key. So trust your gut instincts on this one. I think there is a High Priestess type energy here that has a deep intuitive knowing. That's what it looks like. And I think you're going to know if you can trust this person or not. I feel strong Leo energy coming through and Taurus energy. So however that resonates with you and Virgo. But I think we're going to get a closing message and we're going to get one last Angel Tarot card. So this deck is like brand spanking new, guys. I haven't even like unwrapped it. So we're going to give it a good shuffle and we're going to see what last message needs to come through for the weekend check-in. Beautiful cards, beautiful deck. We get the 4 of Water and the 8 of Air. So, yeah, I think somebody maybe missed an opportunity in the past. And there is a need for somebody to open up their eyes to the possibility of breaking free from some type of an illusion. Sometimes we hold on to a past situation far longer than we should. But let's just get one of these cards. What do we got for a closing message? They're so sticky. They are so sticky. All right, one last message. There we go. We got one card in, guys. The Moon. So I don't think the path forward is clear at this point in time. We get the Moon, and on the bottom of the deck, we get the Ego with the Tower. And so I do feel there is a significant life experience here. Somebody could be in some type of false contract with a sense of being trapped in it, which is the ego, right? And so right back to the solar plexus, and we see the angel with the yellow. So we do have like Archangel Jophiel that is guiding somebody here to take action. And it does appear to be a masculine that is wearing a mask. So there are some hidden feelings here. I think there is also a masculine energy wearing a mask that might be overly focused on material things. Negative, fear-based energy, especially with the Moon. And so psychic insights are coming. And so this eclipse portal, I think there's some divinely guided events going on behind the scenes. And there is a masculine here, I think, getting blasted out of his comfort zone and realizing fears that have held him back. So a significant life event is taking place this weekend, guys. Get ready for either a powerful revelation, an argument. Something here is going to lead to some massive changes. And it is time for us to spread our wings. Look at that in the star. And I just heard 7th heaven, even though I saw 7 of earth. And so it's time to plant the seeds for new earth. It's time to embrace happier times, making these positive changes in our lives and long-term plans to stay on the right path. So get ready to take some action after a much-needed pause. And I know it feels like we've been paused for a very long time, but I do feel accelerated ascension, so awakening energy for sure. And that's what I have for the Easter weekend check-in. I hope to see you all again next time. Thank you, everybody.